Hi there, I'm with Allan Baker, the author of the new book, BLIS for Insomniacs. Now, Allan, can you tell me and explain why it is that we can never remember falling asleep? We're lying in bed, drifting off, and the next minute we wake up. We have no memory at all of that point of going to sleep. So why is that, and why does it have pertinence to the technique you're describing in the book?
Well, that's a terrific question, and it doesn't actually have a single smart answer, but let me try. I think there's a lot of evidence that if we attempt to watch ourselves or observe ourselves or feel ourselves go off to sleep, then we'd never go to sleep because it would be too scary. I mean, moving from a state of being in control, being aware, which is part of the condition of consciousness, is a very desirable state to be in. But if you slowly felt the world slipping away from you and colours turned grey, and you became less aware of the sensations from your body, it would be like fainting in slow motion, and we'd resist it. So that's why I say in the book, one of the things that we need to encourage is to deal with this thing called the sleep switch. And of course there is no single thing called a sleep switch. It's a convenient metaphor, but it's a useful one. The sleep switch is very shy, and if we watch it at work, it'll scurry away and we'll stay awake, because the very process of attending to anything requires a level of activation and vigilance, and that's incompatible with sleep. But the neurochemical evidence is very strong, and that indicates that in the first stages of, we can call it falling asleep, the neurochemical mix changes such that we're unable to lay down any memory. And if you think about it, if you go to an old folks home and see people in advanced stages of dementia and Alzheimer's and wonder about what they're feeling, we're actually dealing with very much the same thing. And that is that if we have no ability to lay down any memory at all, then if we're prompted and asked, well, what are we feeling at that time? We will say, oh, well, I've been awake the whole time. So people who are drifting off to sleep, if you prod them and say, what are you feeling at this time? They'll actually say, oh, I've been awake. But that's actually a rationale for the fact that they have no memory of actually being asleep. This all boils down to some other techniques which I introduce in the book, which are actively there to help us avoid thinking about the need to go to sleep and what is it going to be like when I drift off to sleep, because those two things, those very two things, will actually inhibit sleep because they're incompatible. They create a state of vigilance.